Laurie, how you going, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. How has the tour been?
It's been wild, like, to finally get back out here and play these shows. We've never really sold like this many tickets anywhere apart from the UK.
Yeah.
So to be on the other side of the world and be playing to like pretty much 1,000 people every night who are just going mad, it's been very surreal.
That's unreal, man. Because we've been waiting a while for you to come back.
Yeah, it feels like that. It's nice.
Yeah. So many people I know were excited that you're coming back to Australia. Like it's sold out tonight.
Yeah, three of the four were sold out.
Oh, really?
Can't ask for much more than that.
That's unreal, man. Because as we were saying before, I saw you download in Sydney, and you guys were the best of the day, in my opinion.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. No, it was wild. Like, I was walking around, I was like, I've got to see these guys. I've heard good things. And then, man, what you guys do with so little, is just powerful as fuck, man.
That's always been our thing, that if we could get in front of people, we'd convert them. And I think it took having this latest record to like get that opportunity. So even though we got here and we got in front of some people, it's like we still needed something that could capture people's imaginations. But now, like, people are watching us live, and obviously we've been in this band for like 13 years now, so we've had a long time to like practice what we do. But people are seeing us for the first time and they're going, what is this? Like, and we weren't like that when we started. It's taken a lot of time to develop it, but it's a blessing because I genuinely feel like we're blowing people's minds every night, which is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, they say, what is it, 10 years? Was it 10 years for a band to really sort of, they work their ass off to that point, and then that's when it seems to...
Yeah, it feels like it, It feels accurate.
Yeah. Man, that's awesome. And, of course, Heavy Jelly was my favourite album of last year.
Oh, cheers, dude.
Fuck, that album's good. All banger.
Yeah, no filler.
No filler.
Man, we play every single song live, which is quite rare, isn't it? Like, if you go and see most bands and they play their whole new album, then I don't know, you'd probably be a bit annoyed. You'd be like, I just want to hear the singles. But yeah, the reaction's been crazy. The fact that we get to do that every night.
Yeah, dude. And it's heavy too. I mean, well, it's Heavy Jelly, but the riffage on it is like metal riffs.
Yeah, I've definitely like lent into the stuff that I was listening to as a kid. I feel like new metal is finally getting the respect it deserves. Like, I definitely went back, and I think when rock music got a lot more cool in my head, there was a bit of disrespect shown to those bands. But you look back at any of those records from the noughties, even not new metal stuff like Avril Lavigne, Sum 41, and then going into new metal or whatever, Blink-182, Green Day, all those bands, Limp Bizkit, System of a Down, just to name a few, Slipknot. The production is crazy good.
Yes.
It's like there's no mistake. Like, they did that intentionally. And I was just like, this is what I grew up on, and I'm going to embrace it rather than trying to pretend that I'm something else.
I played a show down in a little town the other night in the middle of nowhere, and they had on the playlist, they had all these old new metal bangers, one after the other, songs that I haven't heard in years, and I was like, man, there was something about that era, hey? Like... They also did this thing, especially bands like Limp Bizkit and Slipknot, where it was dramatized, and I see it as like, I went and saw Slipknot on their last tour in the UK in December. It's like adult pantomime, but it's very serious. Like, they're doing it with intention, but it's dress up, and that's what we wanted to do when we were kids. Like, I wanted to dress up as a knight, or other people, like, I used to have a dress up box, and it's fun to step inside that and fantastical world. And that's what I see this music as. It's like we get a chance to play out our childhood fantasies, and it's character based, but it is also true. And like, people mistake the aggression for something that it isn't, and that's what I see in bands like Slipknot and Limp Bizkit. Is it's an act, but it's a very clever, powerful one. That's it. And when you say that about playing out like characters and stuff like that, do you feel like you are a different person on stage? Is that a different persona than who you are right now?
I think it's all me, but it's like sides of me. So if you expect to encounter the person that is on stage, off stage, you're going to be disappointed. It's the yin and yang. That person is very much me at times, but we change. So it's like I'm very chill, and I'm very like, it's a controlled way to let out the fun and the aggression. But I guess it's the thing that is me is that I know who I am, so I'm able to go and not give a fuck on stage. Because can I swear? Sorry.
Oh yeah, you can say all the you can say all the fucks, all the bad words.
So yeah, I think stage Laurie, dad Laurie. There's multiple Lauries, but they're all me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And of course the tracks on Heavy Jelly are pretty relatable. Bin Juice Disaster.
Yeah, man. That also is the yin and yang of me and Isaac, because it dawned on me when we were playing a show the other day. I don't really get bin juice disasters, and I like turned to him like mid-stage show. I was like, have you heard of like, there's a brand in the UK, I think they're called like Gorilla bin bags. They're premium bin bags. Yeah,
the top work.
You know, and you're paying like 10p per bag. I was like, have you heard of them? And he's like, yeah, no, I just get like the basics. And I'm like, well, that's why you're having a bin juice disaster. Like... But this shit is real, isn't it? So
it is true. I get the basics.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. Yeah. You pay for it later.
You do. I had one a couple of weeks ago, but it was just the dribbles.
Oh,
so it was still bad enough.
So my neighbour is like, he's aware of what we do, and he came out the other day when I was putting my bins out, and he said it, and I was like, yeah. But I have this what's in England we do, like, I don't know if you do it here, like food waste collection. So you're not allowed to throw like the scraps of your food in the bin. You have to throw them in a separate, smaller bin, and then you leave that out. And I think what they say they do is they burn it for biomass fuel. Whether they do that or not, I don't know. Anyway, the most horrific bin disaster is if the fox tips it over and rips the bags of food waste over your lawn. And that kept happening to me. So I'd be out at 6 a.m. in like Crocs and pants, and I live in a close so everyone can see you, like scraping like coffee grinds and raw egg off the pavement. And that's when you're just like, I'm with Isaac on that one. I'm like, this, like, my day is shit now.
The fox, as in the animal fox.
Yeah, fucking foxes. They're a menace.
Wow, there you go. See, we don't really have them here. We've got them here, but we don't really.
You've got bin chickens, right?
We have got bin chickens. The ibis.
Yeah, I only heard that phrase yesterday, and I was like, "That's a good song idea."
Yeah, I think
it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
the bin chickens.
Please do.
Yeah.
Hey, that would honour us.
We should do it.
It's funny because of the ibis, in Egypt, they were like, what gods?
Were they?
Well, yeah. What's a Egyptian?
So it's just the same. The same word has been used for them.
I think so. I don't know what
Maybe
it is, but I'm pretty sure.
creature.
But here it's like the bin chicken.
Yeah, and I didn't realise until someone pointed it out to us that we've got like 3 Australian references in one of our songs. It's like Hugh Jackman, Neighbours and Home and Away. Yeah.
Which is weird for us, because when I heard that, I was like, what?
Yeah.
I forget how big that is.
In the UK, people love it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's Wolverine, so come on.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you stole our Neighbours, you stole our Home and Away.
Yeah, exactly.
You stole our Kylie Minogue, you stole our...
shout out Kylie.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah. We've got you've got a lot of actors that come from here.
Yeah, that's it. And Nick Cave as well. You got Nick Cave.
Oh, yeah. I used to live in Brighton when he lived there, so, yeah.
Did you see him much?
No.
No, wasn't it like he was like out watering his lawn? You're like, there you go. He's like, ooh.
Yeah.
No.
I like reading his work, though. He's cool.
He's great. Yeah, I'm a big fan. But, of course, there's a track on there called Everything and Nothing, which is just an incredible song, man. Like, I can't listen to that song without getting a little emotional. It's heavy, and I know, the story behind it and things like that I've heard. And have you had people come up to you and say how that song has helped them personally as well?
Oh, man, like, you just see it, like, every night. Like, I sometimes like that can't do it. I can't like look at the crowd because there's only so much you can give, and like giving the music is like our way of doing it. But sometimes I turn and I see someone bawling their eyes out, and I'm just like, I can't look at you, sorry. Like, it's just too much for me because it's so, and I have to take myself, first few times we played it, it's like I'm sobbing, and then it's like I've had to learn how to play it without going there, or maybe I'm not ready to feel those emotions every time. But then when Isaac says the line about our friend, I get like goosebumps. And the wildest thing that's happened with this whole record is like this more sort of post-hardcore emo crowd of singing every word. That didn't happen at punk shows I went to. But when you go and see like the like post-hardcore whatever, and everyone knows every single fucking word. Like I don't know if like bands now like High Vis or back in the day like Title Fight. And now when we play Everything and Nothing, everyone's screaming every single word, and 25% are crying, and it's just like what a gift that we sort of could channel that song and bring it down. It felt like it came out of nowhere, and the fact that it made it to the record and that it connected the way it did, it's like it's a song of a lifetime for us.
Yeah, absolutely. It's incredible. I think it's no shit, one of the best songs ever written.
Oh man, thank you.
It hits hard, really hard.
It's actually like the only song of my own that I listen to like in the car. Like if it comes on Spotify, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to it. Usually I'm like skip.
Yeah. Oh, mate, that's awesome. And of course, Robbie Williams. Have to ask you about your mate Robbie.
Yeah, bizarre. I just woke up in like, we've had this back and forth throughout our career because he was like the most played artist in my parents' car growing up. And so I was like just always listening to him. And we would tweet him back in the day. And once he replied to us. Fast forward to like 22. And I just wake up 6 a.m. one day, check my phone. And there's this like message from an unknown number. I open it and it's just a video of him going, "Hi Laurie, it's Rob. I want to make music like you guys, blah, blah, blah." I was like, fucking hell. And then he was like, "I hope you don't mind that I've got your number." And then, yeah, we just stayed in touch. And we were originally trying to get a kids choir to sing that bit, but you can't do that because they won't let kids swear. And then we tried to get our kids to sing it, and they just weren't old enough to like keep the time, and it just didn't work. And I was just like, I think we should get Robbie Williams on it. And Isaac was like, and the producer was like, "Oh, I don't know, man. Like, is that a bit weird?" And I was like, "Look, let's just ask him." And then he did it. And it just was like, of course. Like, that song is so ridiculous, and it just makes it even more ridiculous.
Have you had much feedback from his fan base?
Yeah, so we get occasional, like, obviously he's so big, we'll get like Robbie Williams Argentina fan page follow us, and like people will message us and be like, "I know you're playing with Robbie Williams today because we supported him in Hyde Park."
That's right.
Yeah, like I don't know if any of them are into it. I'm not sure. I'm still dreaming that one day maybe he'll come out and do it with us, but like that's just, he's like next level superstar, so I'm not expecting it.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool though.
It's like subverting like expectations, isn't it? And it's that conversation which, what's funny is we've always been such fans and supporters that when the documentary dropped in the UK about his life and everyone sort of realised, wow, this guy is real. It's not, because our media is just so fucking intense and horrible in the era we grew up in. I was a bit like, I've been saying this for years. Don't jump on the Robbie bandwagon now. Like we're like OG Robbie adopters. Like we're into it, and it felt nice that we could just be like, I just don't care about what is cool and what isn't cool. And we came up with some really nasty people in nasty bands that were just obnoxious, and they were probably like, it was probably out of fear and like out of a place of, they thought it would like impress their fans, but we're just about love, and I'm just not into anyone that's going to be like hateful.
No, but it's kind of cool, like that you've sort of, I think you've bridged that gap for a lot of people too. You know what I mean?
It's like coming out of the shadows and going, "I love Robbie too."
Yeah,
and people going, "Oh, it's okay to love Robbie."
Yeah, that's right. Which is kind of weird. Like you should like what you sort of like.
Yeah,
but, you know, it's one of those things. Well, that's awesome. And Gaz Coombs played that as well from Supergrass.
Yeah, he did. He was on, and then he came out with Robbie, and they did a song together, and it was quite a surreal event in general.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. But what's next for you guys? I mean, you've got a massive year ahead, I'm sure. Yeah,
there's new music that will be coming, and yeah, we're doing Coachella in April, so we're going out to the States. And it's just, yeah, we've got a huge festival season. And then hopefully as soon as we get home, we'll be coming back here again. You know, like it would be great to do some festivals next year and hopefully do some bigger shows. Because like, I feel like we could have squeezed a few more people in. We've had lots of people asking for tickets.
Yeah, it has been. Hey, like I've had people going, "Oh man, is it sold out?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's sold out, man." I think this is my prediction. Next time you come, River Stage.
Yeah, where's that one?
That way.
Is it?
It's more in the city. I'm not kidding. He's like, yeah, it's over that way. Yeah,
bigger.
It's over in the city. It's like open air.
Wow.
Who played there recently? Idols played there recently.
Wow, that would be a big step up.
But I know you guys are like...
We're connecting.
You can do it, man. 100%.
That would be sick. I feel a real kinship to the shows here in the country, and it feels like people really get where we're coming from. It doesn't need any explanation. They're just like, yeah, we get it. And it's taken a while for us to get here and like get to a point where we can show our music to people, but it's been worth the wait.
Just move here.
But oh man, I'm tempted.
Say that to everyone.
I am scared of the spiders though, but you know.
Have you seen any?
Not yet. But we're more likely to here than in where we've been, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real.
It's real, man. Dinner plate size stuff. Like
yeah, I saw
stuff.
this. My girlfriend kept sending... She knows I'm not into it, and I've been scared about it, and I'm trying not to think about it. And she sent me this clip off of Instagram where these women had gone on a holiday, like interstate, and they'd left their aircon on all weekend, and they came back, and they were just like 5. Like you said, I'd never even seen anything like it.
Yeah.
Like it looked like 5 black hands, like just on the wall. And yeah, I don't know what I would do.
One of the greatest things I've ever seen is many years ago, my old band opened for, who was it? Dark Cathedral, I think it was. You know, black metal band.
Yeah, yeah.
All the corpse paint and stuff. And we're back at this venue, and there was a huntsman on the wall, and they were like in their full get-up, just looking hard as fuck. And they were scared shitless of this thing.
Wow.
But it won't hurt you. These things, they'll eat flies and stuff. Hey, like, it's the little ones you got to worry about, not the big ones.
Which is even worse.
Is even fucking worse.
Fuck's sake.
I know. That's why I'm checking stuff for you, man. I've got to make sure.
It's in your brain now.
I know. Just, yeah.
Called it on.
I hope you sweet dreams, mate. Sweet dreams. But anyway, brother, thanks so much for hanging out on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Enjoy the rest of the tour, and next time you come back, it's going to be unreal as well. Anytime. You're welcome all the time.
Right, we'll take you up on that.
Absolutely. Let's get some beers.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro.